Welcome back. You may have heard this story in the news last month, but a New Jersey man's Apple Watch saved his life after he fell off of a cliff. I remember we had this story.
Yep, we had it right here on this show, and now the latest version of the Apple Watch has a feature known as fall detection. It really does really trigger an alarm.
Yeah, if you fall and it hits something hard, this alarm will go off and it'll alert your watch. So with us in studio today to tell us more about this new feature is Stan Prager from GoGeeks. How amazing.
You know, normally I have these like Dr. Doom stories that we always talk about, right? It's doom and disaster, but this one is a smiley face technology story because a guy who could have died was saved because of this technology. So, and I know about this actually because my cousin lives in Atlantic Highlands, right near where this guy fell. And he told me about it when it happened, you know. And I'm a hiker, and I used to be a backpacker. And I've had this happen. You're out hiking this late in the season, and it gets dark, and it's scary. If you don't have a headlamp, it's very scary because you can't find your way out. In this particular case, this poor guy, James Prudenciano, I think I'm probably massacring his name, he stepped off a cliff and then slid 500 feet. He broke his back in 3 places, and he was lying there, you know, barely conscious, and he heard a sound saying, 911, this is your emergency. So apparently what happens is that the newer Apple Watches, Series 4 and 5, have built into it something called fall detection. And if you've enabled it, if it senses a hard fall, an alarm will go off, and it'll find out if you're okay. And if it doesn't detect movement for 60 seconds, it automatically dials 911.
Now, do you have to? Oh, go ahead, Taylor.
I was just going to say, you said this was the 4 and 5 on the Apple Watch. Is this something that like my iPhone 6 has?
No, and I don't believe the phones have it yet.
Okay,
but it's something they're talking about in the future. It could be a problem with the phone because you drop your phone and you're not necessarily falling. But you know, that's a good question. It's been discussed.
Yeah, I would assume
take this technology elsewhere. But the watch, I always joke about my G-Shock watch. You know, you could fall 150 feet and the watch will keep ticking. I'll be dead, but the watch will keep going. But in this particular case, this is a really good feature on the iPhone. And I thought about it instantly for seniors. You know, at GoGeeks we have a lot of seniors as clients. Probably 30% of our clients are over 80. And this is, you know, people have all these various devices they carry with them that they could trigger emergency services. Here's something where, you know, if you're thinking what to buy grandma or grandpa for Christmas, this could be a great gift for the holidays. Because if they fall, this is automatically going to dial emergency services. It's going to send GPS coordinates out. No one has to speak or do anything, which...
Do you have to make sure your watch is updated? That was my question. Like, do you have to keep up with the updates so that...
I believe you want to make sure you always have the latest iOS update on your watch, of course. But it's built in to the 4 and 5. But the key is you have to enable it. All right. If you don't enable the feature, it's not going to work. So it's by default, it's off. So you're going to want to turn it on. The second thing you want to do is there's a medical ID thing on there, which most people don't bother setting up. But the medical ID, you'd put in your contacts. So let's say if you fell, Taylor would get a call.
Just the person I'd want to get the call.
But it automatically will go to your contacts as well as go to emergency services. So I think it's something we should really think about. It's a really positive thing for technology and something that we can look forward to for the future.
Absolutely. A great thing to have. Again, if you're in a fall, this could save your life. Stan, thank you so much for bringing it to our attention. Make sure that you enable it.
Yeah, this is just like those life alert buttons right there. Well.